we have an incredible announcement to make. I'd like to welcome all of you here. And I would like to start by saying what an historic week for the economy of this community and this region. Yesterday we acknowledged the Global Service Center of one of the world's best legal firms. This morning we think the world's best automaker announced a new line called the Lexus, not new in concept, but new to Georgetown, will be built. And as I've told everybody, today's announcement, this announcement right now, this is our future. This is Biotech. And so to have three entities like this that we can all talk about, brag about, congratulate and thank them for their investment, to me it's just historic and exciting. To start us off, I would like to have Mayor Jim Gray come up and make an announcement. Mayor Gray.
Bob, thank you. Well, Bob said it well. This is a great day in Lexington, in all of Central Kentucky. Really a great week. But today's really special for, there's so many of you here in this room today who have believed for a long time in the vitality and the energy and the potential of our urban space, the downtown. And so it is particularly exciting and rewarding for me to be able to announce that biotechnology is officially getting a new home in downtown Lexington today. Transposagen Biopharmaceuticals is here with us on the cutting edge of research, technologies to improve drug discovery, and is bringing its molecular biology laboratories and its high technology jobs to Lexington. Eric Ostertag, I should say Dr. Eric Ostertag, the founder and the chief executive officer of Transposagen, said that the company likes Lexington, likes the downtown because it is surrounded by college campuses and because of a lively urban environment that's attractive to employees. Now, a lot of you all know this because you've been working with this company, Bob, Jenna, Kimberly, Warren, George, so many. The Bluegrass, the Angels. Dean, I see you back there. Thank you, sir. You know this, and you've been believing in it, in the company, in its mission and its purpose. The company also likes Lexington because of a central location, because of the competitive cost of doing business, a great quality of life, and as I've already said, the investments here by our angel investors. So, you know, we have worked hard to create this environment, to attract entrepreneurs like Dr. Ostertag. That's our top priority. Number one, creating jobs. You know, this is a time in history when perhaps outside of family and health, a good job is just the most important thing in the world. So creating the environment, the place for creating good jobs is such a big deal. So everyone in this room, you know, this is really crowding the winner's circle for a success like this. And it reminds me, this is a story that I've told actually a couple of times this week, but it really doesn't apply any better than to Eric Ostertag and the enterprise, the company, Zari, the people. I love telling the story, but it really fits here. When you think about entrepreneurship, you know, you can also think about, we should think about creativity and imagination. And it was in 1971 or so that Disney World in Florida opened. And it was a couple of years after Walt Disney himself passed away. And at that opening ceremony, Walt Disney's widow, Lillian, and his brother, Roy, they'd finished the ceremony, and Roy looked over to Lillian in this extraordinary Disney World that had been created, and he said to her, "You know, Lillian, it's too bad Walt isn't here to see this." Well, Lillian didn't miss a beat. She said, "He did see it, and that's why we are all here." That's talking about dreams, and that's talking about vision, and that's talking about America's incredible entrepreneurial history that Dr. Eric Ostertag and everything that he's doing and this company is doing is all about. So, Eric, we appreciate it a whole bunch. Thanks, buddy.
So now let's hear from that visionary, the guy who makes it all happen, and someone who's become a very good friend of ours, great person to work with. I'd like to have Dr. Eric Ostertag, CEO of Transposagen, come and make a few comments. Eric.
Thank you very much, Bob and Mayor Gray. Thank you all for coming. This is a really important event for Transposagen, and it's great to look around and see so many familiar faces. You know, the expression that it takes a village to raise a child, well, I would argue it also takes a village to raise a successful biotech company. So here today we have all kinds of people who are involved in the history of Transposagen. We have scientific advisors, we have members of the board of directors, we have investors, we have people representing the city, we have people representing the Commonwealth of Kentucky. Arguably a very important, if not the most important, we've got the people who actually make it happen, the employees of Transposagen. We have former employees of Transposagen here. Transposagen is a rapidly growing small biotech company, and so that's a great place if you're looking for a job where you can really show off your skills and you can be advanced based on your skills. You can move pretty much as high as you want to in a company, and we're a true meritocracy. So one example of that is an employee who's now a vice president of the company, Jack Crawford. He came to Transposagen when we were in Philadelphia as an intern, and over a period of 5 years he worked his way up and is now right at the top of the company doing you know, the same kind of things that people at Fortune 500 companies do. So not too many interns can say that you almost single-handedly built a biotech company. Now, I'm not talking about Jack, actually, when I say that. We have a new intern named Christopher Cool, and in the last, Christopher, are you here? There he is. In the last month, Christopher put together 3 desks, 1 reception desk, 10 desk chairs, and 10 lab chairs, among many other things. So he truly can say, I helped build a biotechnology company. Transposagen has really grown to become a worldwide leader in genetic engineering technology. And in fact, we're one of the now largest companies in genetic engineering that's privately held. We moved here from Philadelphia to Lexington about 4 years ago. Since that time, we have doubled in size twice. We've doubled in size twice. We went from a company that was purely research and development and had no revenue, so a pre-revenue company, to having revenue. And then last year, we doubled our revenue. This year, it doesn't look like we're going to be doubling our revenue, but rather we're actually going to be quintupling our revenue. We're on pace to do that. So there's so many people here that have made this happen, pretty much everyone in this room. It would be very difficult to thank everybody, but I would like to give a couple special acknowledgments. First of all, Chris Estes and Andrew Moore from EOP, they're our architects for this project. Yay. Jim Tudor and Jerob Construction, who did the construction of the facility. All of our investors, of course, are very important and made this happen, but we couldn't have done this without an investment recently from the Commonwealth Seed Capital, so the actual venture arm of the Commonwealth of Kentucky. And lastly, I'd like to point out one acknowledgement. My sister-in-law, Shireen, who doesn't even work for Transposagen, but did a lot of our interior design and got all these refreshments ready for you. So I'd like to end by saying that I don't really view this as a finish line. This is an important step for Transposagen, but it's really just the beginning. I think all of our rapid growth really lies ahead of us. I'm going to end there and just say that we're going to have a short ribbon cutting ceremony, and then after that we're going to be giving tours of the facility for anyone who's interested. We have a lot of employees here who will be kind of standing around where they normally would work. Feel free to ask them what you do, and they'll be, I think, very friendly and helpful in answering. We have too many people, I think, to do all of this in one tour, so we'll probably break into maybe 2 or 3 groups and spread that out over about 5-minute intervals. So for those of you who are interested, hang around, enjoy yourself, enjoy the refreshments, and then we'll be meeting back towards the reception area for the tours. Thank you.
The mayor wanted me to make sure and point out Harry Clark. Thank you, council member.
Harry Clark.
Yes, sir. Thank you for being here. Glad to have you. We would like to thank all of you for coming. We're excited to have worked so closely with Transposagen from their first site visit to Lexington through their expansion and to their new state-of-the-art lab, which you're now standing in. Transposagen is one of our greatest examples of a company that located, grew, and flourished right here in Lexington. And I want to also thank, and it's going to be repeating some of what Eric said and the mayor, but the Bluegrass Business Development Partnership, which is the Lexington Federal Urban County Government, Commerce Lexington, and the University of Kentucky. Truly a team that works together in very unselfish ways to help the real customer, the visionaries like Eric. So we want all of you to stay. We want to do a little quick ribbon cutting. We're going to move the podium here. And I'd also like to have come up Chris Estes and Andrew Moore from EOP to help us in this celebration.